As you all know, I'm a big fan of women's wrestling, so I was optimistic heading into Evolution that we'd receive a Match of the Year candidate. So there I was, watching the show, and it was great. The Battle Royale was entertaining, the Mae Young Classic final showcased both Storm and Shirai well, Kairi and Shayna created an epic next chapter to their rivalry. Little did I know, the best was yet to come, and I'd watch, in my opinion, one of the best WWE women's matches of all time. The history behind the match played a key part in its success. Becky and Charlotte were friends, but despite Becky having her fair share of major victories, Charlotte was always seen as the most decorated wrestler on the women's roster. The duo's rivalry was always friendly until at the last minute Charlotte was inserted into Becky's one-on-one title opportunity and won the championship. This moment caused Becky's personality to transform, her affable nature now replaced with a harsh ego hell-bent on proving she was better than her former best friend. At Hell in a Cell, the stars aligned. One moment Charlotte ran the women's division, the next Becky did. This title match, and a few others down the line, still proved indecisive however, so General Manager Paige made it official. Charlotte would challenge Becky in a title match where the only way to win would be to incapacitate your opponent until they're unable to answer the referee's 10 count. From bell to bell, it was obvious that there was no remorse from either party, both just wanted to prove they were undoubtedly better than the other. This started with Becky using the chops that Charlotte's dad had made famous to get in her head, but Charlotte, just as cerebral, used the beginning of the match to gloat to imply Becky was no longer a threat to her. This match brought out Becky's vicious side, attacking Charlotte while she was already down and introducing weapons to the contest to maim her rival. However, Charlotte was quick to match her level of intensity, littering the ring with chairs. Even when they weren't making contact, both women were still competing. Charlotte, who was usually celebrated for her exceptional wrestling ability, surprised most with her fascination with foreign objects, putting her former friend through a table and contorting her legs around a ladder. She knew she'd need all the help she can get dampening the fire inside Becky. The latter half of this match is the real reason this bout will be remembered for years to come. Becky hits Charlotte with the title, declaring that's the only way she'll take it from her, before hitting Charlotte with a leg drop from the top of the ladder. As Becky and Charlotte only just managed to stand before the 10 count, Charlotte taunts Becky, resulting in Becky burying her in the entire ringside area in hopes of keeping her down for the count. She thought she had the match won before Charlotte erupted from the wreckage and hunted down the women's champion. But in the end, it was Charlotte's earlier fascination with tables which was her undoing. As she was preparing to finish off Becky once and for all, Chekhov's gun was fired. Becky planted Charlotte through the table that she had set up herself 20 minutes prior. This finish was ironic for more than just that though. The way Charlotte definitively lost to Becky was the same way that Becky lost her first women's championship way back in 2016. For probably the most unique and inventive WWE's Women's Match of the Year to be packed with so much ring psychology, this match put an already historic event at the focal point of the wrestling world. Becky Lynch vs Charlotte Flair will be remembered for a long time.